Yun. Okay. So, program presentation, Remarkable Review and Training Center, where quality meets affordability. So, presented by yours truly. I'm Dr. Mark Jason Gutierrez, the Program Director of Remarkable Review and Training Center. Yan. So, for the outline, so we have the vision, the mission, of course, the Program Director, performance, program evaluation and reviews, review program, lecturers, tuition fee sa mga tanong, yan, mode of payment, registration, schedule, yon. So our vision is to produce a holistic, empowered, and competent individuals equipped with remarkable knowledge, skills, and values to meet the highest standards of a particular profession. So later on, hindi lang po ito magiging radtech lang. So may iba pang profession po ito. Yeah, next. Our mission, how to get to our vision, is by teaching and training professionals innovatively in collaboration with industry partners. Yeah. So the program director, taray, di ba? The program director is established Remarkable Review and Training Center in October 2022. So ano pa lang siya, magti 3 years. Actually yung October na yon, kung mapapansin nyo, December yung ano, di ba? Yung pinaka board exam. So kalagitnaan na po kami nag-start. Ang na-provide na lang po namin dito ay ano, final coaching and yung cluster 1. Cluster 1, yung lecture ng cluster 1 with the aim of providing high quality review programs at a very reasonable cost, adhering to the mantra where quality meets affordability. Yan. So the program director is not a novice in the review preparation industry for radiologic technology licensure exams. Yan. So ako po ay nagsimula noong 2010. He began his journey as a review lecturer at Equip Review Center from 2010 to 2015. So I've been at Equip no from 2010 to 2015. So 5 years din po ako doon. Teaching subjects in radiologic physics, radiobiology, radiation protection, and nuclear medicine. Then later on, he tested his own review formula when he became the program director of Top Rank Review Academy's Radiologic Technology Department from 2016 to 2022. Yan. So naging program director din po ako ng Top Rank Review Academy. So producing top notchers and numerous board passers. So naikot ko na po ang mga review centers. Actually, before, during the time ng siguro pioneering pa lang ang progressive ni Sir Abem Marba, nagle-lecture din po ako sa kanila doon sa Saog. Yan, maliit pa lang po yung ano po nila, yung pag dito, yung review center nila sa Marilao. So, nakasama na po ako ni Sir Abe. Actually, kami po mga magkakasama po. No? Yan. So, I've been teaching at FEU NRMF and Holy Angel University. Yan. So, yan po. Remarkable performances. So, December 2022 review. So, ito po yung mga reviewees namin. Online lang po ito, no? Kasi pandemic pa po yata nun. Yes, yan. So, ito po yung mga passers po namin. So, final coaching lang po yung yung na-offer po namin dito. Yan, sila po yung mga passers po namin. Some of them, first timer lang din po, first taker, pero they managed to pass the board exam. Yan. Kahit yung mga nag-online sa amin, maganda rin yung feedback kasi yun nga, kahit matagal na silang nag-take, tas nag-online sila, nakakapasa pa rin sila. Yan. December 2022, passers namin ay 46 out of 80 students. Passing rate is 57.50 versus the national passing rate of 40.30. So, kung titignan nyo, ang baba naman ng passing rate nila, di ba? Actually, final coaching lang kasi yan. And at the same time, totoo po yung passing rate na yan. Hindi kagaya ng ibang nilalabas ng ibang review center, 90, 95, 97, nakala mo talaga walang bumagsak sa kanila, di ba? Sa amin, totoo po yan. Kahit magbilangan pa po tayo ng mga estudyante, yes. June 2023, review, yan. First time po na nagkaroon ng mid-year. So ito po yung mga passers po namin. Baka may mga kakilala po kayo dyan. So sila po yung mga passers namin. Pwede nyo po silang tanungin kung paano po namin ginagawa sa Remarkable. So passers po namin 16 out of 26 students. So 61.54. passing rate versus the national passing rate of 31.12 national passing rate. Yan. Next, ito naman po yung mga passers namin. Yan. So, yan po sila. Okay. Ito na yung pinaka-last na last na RRT, yung cluster 5 lang pwede mong i-take. Yung 2023. Yan, yun lang yung last. Pinaka-last na po yun. Yan, 67 out of 86 students po. Yung amin pong passing rate is 77.91 versus the national passing rate of 55.57%. Yan. So, mas mataas po kami sa national. Yan. Okay, so last June 2024, passing rate po namin ay 28.57. So, dalawa po yung nakapasa. Okay, out of our 7 students. Yan. So, national passing rate nun, ano po ito? SPLE, Special Board po ito. Yan. So, 7.32 national passing rate. So, yan po yung mga passers po namin. Yung dalawa. Tatlo lang nakapasa nun yung dalawa po sa amin. Yan. So, ito po yung sumunod, yung December 2024, last year. So, 106 over 143 students. So, passing rate po namin is 74.13 versus 57.55 national passing rate. Yan. So, mapapansin nyo, kahit dumadami po yung students namin, yan, mataas pa rin naman yung passing rate compared sa national passing. Yan. So, hindi na po inisa-isa kasi madami-dami na po sila. So, yan po yung mga nakapasa sa amin. So, yung mga walang pictures, yan, pangalan na lang. Di ba? Okay, so yan po. Ito naman po yung mga program reviews and experiences ng mga estudyante po namin. So, ito po, hashtag highly recommended. Here we present a collection of reviews and experiences of our or by our clients reflecting the impact and effectiveness of our review program. So, kasi sa Facebook parang nabubura yata yung iba dun. Yan. So, enrolling in Remarkable surpasses my expectation. Yan. So, pwede nyo pong basahin. Okay. So, hashtag highly recommended. Yan. So, dito naman, hashtag napaka-solid. Yan. So, yung mga sinasabi po ng mga students po namin. Actually, see it, hindi lang see it, enroll for you to believe it. Parang gano'n. Yan. Kasi 'di ba malibang ma-experience mo talaga, hindi mo masasabi kung paano namin siya ginagawa. Hashtag Christ-centered, yes, totoo naman po. Kasi without Christ in us, we will never achieve success. Yan. Okay, so our review program. So our review program aims to provide comprehensive student-centered learning experience that cater to the diverse needs and aspirations of our students. Okay, so we are situated at Lope de Vega Tower, Pabella Street, Santa Cruz, Manila. Ito po yung lecture area po namin. Mga lecture area lang po ito, wala pong office dito, no? Yan. Sa Baguio City naman po, we are located at Baguio Benguet Community Credit Cooperative or BBCCC Building, Assumption Road, Baguio City. Yan. Sa Bohol, dun po kami sa sa BIT, Bohol Institute of Technology, no, mag-held ng lecture this coming September 15, 2025, yung start po ng program. Yan, sa mga taga BIT po dyan. Okay, so ito po yung program po namin. So, Radiologic Technology Review Program. So, intensive review phase. So, phase 1, program orientation and preliminary review preparations. Course orientation and diagnostic exam. So, sa first day po, orientation and diagnostic exam ang gagawin po natin. Okay? Then, phase 2 naman po natin will be the professional concepts of radiologic technology. Yan, yung cluster 1. So, yan na po yung mga topics ng cluster 1 po natin. Radiologic physics, equipment and maintenance, radiobiology, radiation protection. Yung mga naka-bold po dito, yun po yung mga idinagdag sa new TOS. Imaging science, informatics, quality assurance and quality control, and then performance evaluation examination. Ibig sabihin, every after concepts, meron po tayong post-test examination and rationalization. Yan. For the cluster 2 image production and evaluation, so film screen image acquisition, processing, and image analysis. So ayan po yung mga topics niya. Then principles of imaging. Tapos ito po yung idinagdag, computed and digital radiography. Then after every concept, again, meron tayong post-test and rationalization. Yan. So for the cluster 3, ito medyo mahaba-haba po ito. Yan. So yan po yung atin pong radiographic positioning and radiologic procedures. Yan, radiographic procedures and positioning. Dinagdag po dyan yung mammography. Yan, meron din po dyan dental radiography, pediatric, tsaka bedside radiography. Sa radiologic contrast examination, yan po. Okay? So yan po yung medyo mahaba din po. Yan. Then cluster 4, dati yung cluster 4, ang pathology, no, radpato na sa cluster 5, ngayon po ibinaba na po ng cluster 4. So cluster 4 po natin, patient care and management, which includes human anatomy and physiology, medical terminology, patient care. Yan. Yung atin pong professional ethics and jurisprudence. Okay? So administration, leadership, and entrepreneurship. Kasama din po dyan. Yung radiologic pathology, yun nga po yung sinasabi ko kanina na ibinaba na po from cluster 5, ginawa na po siyang cluster 4. Yan. And then cluster 5, dati 5 subjects lang po ito. Ngayon, 7 na, 7. So ano po yung nadagdag sa kanya? Ang nadagdag po ay yung interventional radiology, tsaka yung pharmacology and venipuncture. So ultrasonography, dati na po yan, CT scan, MRI, ito po yung bago, interventional radiology, tsaka pharmacology and venipuncture, nuclear medicine and radiation therapy, dati na rin po yan. So every after concept, nagkakaroon po kami ng post-test. Bukod pa po yun pre-board exam. Then after that, magkakaroon po ng pre-board 1. Okay? So pre-board po yan. So dito po medyo short yung time na kayo po ay makakapag-off. Hindi dahil sa ayaw namin kayo magpahinga, kundi gusto namin maibigay sa inyo yung lahat ng dapat naming ibigay. Kasi ang hirap naman po magpa-off na wala pa kayong natututunan, puro off na. Nagigets niyo po, yan. So may mga times na, for example, kagaya nito, merong mga cancellation of classes, merong mga problema when it comes to, sabihin na nating transportation, merong risk, no? Na mas stranded yung mga lecturers natin. So depende pa rin naman po yon sa scenario. So if in case na nagkaroon tayo ng problema at hindi talaga kaya at nag-cancel po talaga, no? So pwede po tayo mag-switch into online. Pero hindi naman natin lagi iso-switch into online. Nagagets po. If the situation permits lang po. Yan. Para hindi po tayo ma-left behind dun sa mga topics na dapat nating ma-discuss kasi nga po, ano na tawag dito, syempre mga lecturers nakapag-off na rin yan, di ba? Nakapag-file na rin po yan ng leave, ganyan. So, rain or shine talaga. Yan. The next, after that, we will give you the coaching and the tutorial phase and yung nga yung tinatawag namin na me time. Okay? So yung me time hindi po yung para mag-emote-emote ka, magliwaliw ka. Hindi po para mag-reflect ka lang, hindi po. Bibigyan namin kayo ng time para makapag-review po kayo on your own facing. Kasi yun po yung time na naitanim na po namin sa inyo, na ibigay na po namin lahat na kailangan nyo pong matutunan. Then after that, it's time for you to have your review. Pero hindi pa po namin kayo titigilan doon dahil hindi pa po tapos. Okay? Magkakaroon pa po yan ng coaching. Okay? After the me time. May coaching po yan, may tutorial pa po yan. Clusters 1 to 5. Yan. Yan po yung magfo-focus tayo sa exam and rationalization. Okay? Yan. And then next, we have the final coaching. Dito sa final coaching, kung sa exam ratio natin, umaabot lang po yung coaching natin, umaabot lang ng 150 to 200 questions. Dito naman po, aabot ng 250 to 300 questions each cluster. Okay? Tapos yung cluster 3 natin, 2. Okay? Kasi medyo mahaba po ito. Isang contrast, isang positioning. Yan. May mga times din na may invite po tayo ng mga lecturers coming from other space, from the outer space. Ibig sabihin from other country, no, na mga magagaling din pong lecturers natin, no, na nag-abroad na rin po. Pero matututo pa rin po kayo sa kanila. Yes, I promise you that. Okay? Next will be the pre-board 2. So, pre-board 2, yan na yung last pre-board. Para makita natin kung talagang ready na or hindi. Dapat dito talaga lahat makapasa na. Para makita natin kung talagang ready na. Okay? Pero hindi pa tapos. Bakit sir? Kasi meron pa po tayong closed door coaching. So dito sa closed door coaching, again, ito yung atin pong mandatory face-to-face para sa mga nag-online. Mandatory po yung face-to-face natin. Kasi magkakaroon tayo dito ng stress management workshops, spiritual enlightenment, yan, testmanship, test-taking strategies, no? Sana nga po mangyari yung possibility na maging computerized yung exam. Kasi meron naman po talagang possibility na maging computerized yung exam kasi nagawa na po sa X-ray technologies last year. Yung mga X-ray technologies last year, ang exam po nila ay through computer. Computer-based na po sila. Hindi na po sila nag-i-scantron. Yan. Pero kung hindi pa po mangyari yon, magkakaroon po tayo ng scantron training pa rin. Yan. So, then closed door coaching for clusters 1 to 5. Yan po yung babasahin nyo na lang po. Okay? Yung mga questions, no? Hindi po yan leakage, kundi questions. Okay? So, wag po kayo mag-isip na, ay, ito na yung lalabas sa board exam. No! Kailangan po mag-aral pa rin po tayo. Kailangan po natin maging ready sa lahat. Okay? Yan. Then, Remarkable Support Drive. Nandyan po kami para supportahan kayo. Yan, si Sir Maynard Castro. Isa din po sa amin pong mga lecturer. Si Sir Buluran and si Sir Luciano, of course. Yan. Si Sir Tristan Perez, baka kilala niyo po. Yan, nagle-lecture din po yan. Yan. So, ako na po yan sa Baguio. Ito po yung unang mga students namin sa Baguio. Pero hindi pa po yan officially na remarkable kasi free final coaching lang po yan. Or closed door coaching should I say. Yan. So, yan po sila. And then, yan, sa mga testing centers, tulungan namin kayo, pagpe-pray namin kayo, no, na makapasa sa board exam. Yan. Then, hindi pa po tapos doon dahil pagkatapos po na kayo po ay makapasa sa board exam, bukod sa ipopost po namin yung inyo pong mga pagmumuka, okay. Popost po namin yung mga gaganda yung pictures, kaya gandahan nyo po yung i-upload yung mga pictures, no? So, bibigyan din po namin kayo ng souvenir ng Remarkable. Yan. Yan po yung lay. Na mas maganda pa sa mga lay ng top notchers and lay ng PRC. Ano, board members. Yan. Yan. So lahat po ng mga remarkables, meron pong lay. Personalized po 'yan. Yan. So yan po sila, baka may makakilala po kayo diyan. Ito mga tropang iyak tong mga to eh. Yan. So lecturers, so of course yours truly, the program director, the program chair of St. Dominic College of Asia, and first placer of RTLE June 2010. So first placer po tayo nung 2010, no? So by the grace of God, former Radiologic Technologist 2 at UPPGH. Specialty, so yan po, cluster 1 and 5 po. Yan. And then we have Sir Lester Gabrilio. He is a national lecturer for physical therapy. So ang kanya pong forte, human anatomy and physiology. Yan. We also have Ma'am Rain. Yan, si Ma'am Rain po. First placer RTLE, December 2021. Nung May 2021, si Sir Luciano po yung top 2. Nung December na, si Ma'am Raynalyn Corpus, si Ma'am Rain. Yan, Head Unit of Stone Center Department, Manila Medical Center, Manila. National Lecturer, Specialty Patient Care Management, Radiographic Positioning and Radiologic Procedures, and much more yan. Anything kaya niya pong i-discuss, yan, i-lecture. Yan. We also have Professor Shalom James Apura, RPH. So, lecturer din po for pharmacy. So, ang specialty niya po ay pharmacology and venipuncture. Yan. We also have Professor Joseph Jose ng FEU-NRMF, Interventional Radiologic Technologist at FEU-NRMF, National Lecturer. So, Specialty niya po, Cluster 2. Yan, Cluster 2. We also have Sir Tristan Perez, former Chief Radiologic Technology sa Batangas, no? And now, he is the program chair ng Perpetual Calamba. Yan. National Lecturer, Specialty Cluster 2 and Cluster 4. Yan. We also have Sir Kenneth Luciano, second placer RTLE May 2021, Radiologic Technologies 2 at UPPGH, National Lecturer, Specialty Cluster 3 and Cluster 2. Yan. Of course, we have our very own Nino Timothy Garcia, former Radiologic Technologist at Manila Central University Hospital, National Lecturer, Specialty Cluster 1, Cluster, lahat ng clusters na po. Yan. So, for the tuition fee, ito po yung tuition fee po natin up until July 31, 2025. So for the online, 16,500 for the cash, installment 17,500. Yan. For the face-to-face, Manila, 23,000 for cash and installment 24,500. All in na po yan. Wala na pong hidden charges. Okay? For Baguio City branch, for cash payment 25,000, for installment 26,500. So yan po. And then ayun. So to avail the discount, so all you have to do is to make a deposit, no, sa atin pong official accounts, no. Hindi pwedeng maiba yung accounts, no. So yon. Yan, 5,000 po yung down payment and then pwede po kayo mag-installment. Yan. So schedule, okay, is already available for Manila face-to-face class and online. Will start the class will start on August 11, 2025. For Baguio, it will start on August 24, 2025. Not 2024, last year pa yan, tapos na, di ba? Yan. Next po, so yan, up next, wala na pong up next kasi ngayon na po yung last day ng atin pong free lecture. Okay? So without further ado, meron po ba kayong idea kung sino po ang lecturer natin? Siyempre, yung lecturer po natin, yun pong huling lecturer na nabanggit yan. So our lecturer is a graduate at St. Dominic College of Asia. Okay? Pandemic graduate po ito. Yan. He is, of course, one of our best lecturer in Cluster 1 and Cluster 5. Actually, lahat po ng clusters kaya naman po niya. Okay? So, please welcome Sir Nino Timothy Garcia. So, let's give him a round of virtual applause. Yan. Sige po. Thank you so much po, Sir Tim. So, before we start pala, sorry, nakalimutan na naman natin mag-pray pala. So before I end my discussion, so pray po muna tayo. Let's bow our heads and close our eyes and let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you so much, Lord God, for this night. And thank you, Lord God, sa knowledge and wisdom, Lord, that you are about to give us tonight, Lord. And thank you po, Lord, sa pagsama pong gagawin niyo po sa amin from the start up to the end of this discussion, Lord. At wala pong ibang maparangalan, mag-glorify, Lord God, maliban sa iyo, Panginoon. At wala pong ibang tumanggap ng papuri, Lord God, hindi po yung galing namin, talino, abilidad, kundi ikaw na sumama sa amin at sumama sa amin at nagpatayo ng remarkable. Salamat po. We thank you, Lord. We honor you and we bless your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen. So, Sir Tim, you have the floor. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Thank you po.
Thank you, Doc Mark. Okay. So, good evening, guys. Am I audible? Narinig ba ako?
Yes,
Good
boss,
good evening,
sir.
people. Ayun, okay. So, today, okay, pag-uusapan natin ultrasound. Okay, so, guys, pag nag-discuss kasi ako, I would like my students interacting with me. So, if meron man kayong mga tanong, curiosity, okay, feel free na gamitan yung chat box or mag-unmute para kayo ay makapagtanong. Okay? So, today, our topic would be one of the most favorite subjects ng Cluster 5. It would be ultrasonography. Okay? So, ang pag-uusapan natin when it comes to ultrasonography, guys, it would be the image formation. Okay, so let me share my screen. Mhm. Wala. No. Right. Screen. Yan. Okay. S- Yan. Okay. So, yan. Kita na ba, people of the world? Okay. Bumalik siya ulit. Okay, ayan. Okay na. Okay na ba, people? Okay na, okay na? Yan. So, ayun. Pag-usapan natin 'to. So, before we have a deep dive sa ating ultrasound image formation, okay? Pag-usapan muna natin yung term na ultrasound. Okay. So, people, I always ask my students ano nga ba 'pag sinabi natin na ultrasound? Ano nga ba 'yan? Feel free na gamitin guys yung chat box or mag-unmute. Okay lang 'yan. Huwag kayong mahiya. Hmm, people. Ano lang nagcha-chat. Okay pa ba kayo? Painless. Okay. Non-invasive procedure. Painless. Very good. What else? What comes into mind pag naririnig nyo yung term na ultrasound? Non-ionizing. Very good. Sound wave. Very good. Okay, so sabi nga natin, okay, sound waves. Very good. So, very good people sa pagsagot. Okay. I like your ideas very much. Okay. So, pag sinabi kasi natin guys na ultrasound, okay. So, nanggaling yan sa dalawang terms. Okay. It came from the two root words which is ultra. Okay. Yung term na ultra, tsaka yung mismong term na make it three. Gawin na natin three. Sorry. Kasi ultrasonography nga pala 'to or puwede rin siyang tawagin na ultrasound. So, ultra, okey, sonos, and graphene, okey? So, 'pag pinag-usapan natin guys yung inyong ultrasound or ultrasonography, okey? Ibig sabihin 'pag define natin yan based dun sa mismong, tatlong root words na pagsasama-samahin natin, okey? It is a diagnostic imaging modality, okey? So, diagnostic imaging modality, okay, that uses sound waves, okay? It uses sound waves to create, okay, images, okay, aiding, okay, aiding diagnosis, okay? So, ultra, sonos, and graphene. So, kapag, sir, ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng mga root word na sinabi mo? Define mo lang dyan yung mismong modality. Pag sinabi natin guys na ultra, okay, meaning above or beyond. Okay? Sir, ano yung above or beyond na sinasabi mo dyan? Ibig sabihin, pag above or beyond than the human hearing. Okay, so bakit sir? Ano ba ang ano nga ba ang sound frequency na pwedeng marinig ng isang tao? Tatandaan guys, the humans, okay, will be able to hear 20 hertz, sorry, to 20,000 hertz. And the way that our ultrasonography, okay, yung ating ultrasonography modality is operating, kaya nga yan may ultra sa pinakaharapan, it is because it is greater than 20,000. And 'di ba, people, to give context, okay, yung inyong mga probes, narinig nyo na yung kanilang operating frequency ay nasa MHz or megahertz. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, mega, from the term mega, that is 10 raised to 6. Okay? So that's 10 raised to 6. So ibig sabihin, kapag mega pala yung pinag-uusapan natin, we're talking about millions. Okay? Millions of hertz. Okay? So, to give you an example, okay, our example here na ginagamit natin doon sa ating transducer probes, okay, is 3.5 megahertz. Okay? So 3.5 megahertz yung ginagamit natin doon. Okay? So ibig sabihin niyan, gumagamit tayo ng 3,500,000 hertz. Okay, yun yung sound frequency na ginagamit natin. So it is above, okay, or beyond the human range kung saan pwede nating marinig. Kaya yan, nagkaroon ng term na ultra. Okay? So, check na si ultra. Now, people, pag sinabi naman natin guys na Sonos, it pertains to your sound. Okay? Okay, so it pertains to your sound. Okay, so yung ibig sabihin natin dyan is yung sound na yung, ano ba yung ginagamit natin para makapag-produce ng image? It is the sound waves. Okay? And syempre, pag sinabi naman natin na graph yan, okay, ano ba pag sinabi natin na graph yan? To write about. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabi mo na to write about, okay, the literal translation would be to produce an image. Yan. So, ayan guys, gumagamit ako ng different colors para ma-ano nyo kaagad. Okay? So, klaro ba tayo dyan sa definition na ating ultrasound? Can I get a yes? Can I get a yes, yes, yes? Or a no, no, no? Yes. Okay, thanks so much. Okay. So, yan. Thank you people. Okay, so now, puntahan natin guys, okay? So sabi nga natin kasi ultrasound. Tapos sound sir yung basis ng ating images. Okay? Tama ba? Sound yung basis ng ating images. Kaya mapapansin nyo guys, kapag nung kayo ay interns, 'di ba? Kapag kayo ay nagre-release ng mismong results, kapag kayo ay nagre-release ng mismong results, ang nakikita nyo lagi dyan is the spleen is with uniform echogenicity. Okay? At kaya naman, the liver parenchyma has a homogeneous ecotexture. Okay? So, ang magiging focus muna natin guys is the term. Mag-insert lang ako ulit para mas maintindihan yung magiging discussion natin later. Okay? So, ano nga ba to? Yan. Okay? The term echogenicity. Okay? Pag sinabi kasi natin guys na echogenicity ang pinag-uusapan natin, okay? From the term echo, okay? From the term echo, okay? Pag sinabi natin guys na echo, ito daw yung reflected. Guys, ano ba pag sinabi natin na reflected? What do you mean by reflected? Yan ay what? Tumatalbog, tama ba? Or nare-reflect. Okay? So meron ako mga ibang estudyante, Sir, nare-reflect. Okay, so yes. Ibig sabihin, pag sinabi natin guys na reflected sound waves, ang nangyayari is, for example, okay, meron tayo ditong surface, okay? Tapos yung inyong sound waves tumama, okay? Tapos meron niyang babalik. Okay? So, yung tawag natin dito sa mismong orange na yan, this is your incident sound wave. Diba? Kasi hindi naman niya sinasadyang tumama doon sa surface. Okay, pangalanan natin to, reflecting. Yan, reflecting surface. Yan. Okay? And meron tayong bumabalik. Okay, so sana all bumabalik. Diba? So, yes. Okay, so ang tawag na natin dun sa bumabalik na sound waves, okay, at nire-receive nung probe, ang tawag natin dun guys, that is what you call as your echo. Okay? So, sound wave pa rin ba yan, sir? Yes. Pero, mas specific. Ibig sabihin, pag tinawag mo na kasing echo ang isang sound wave, ito na yung sound wave na tumama dun sa isang reflecting surface per se organ, tapos bumabalik na siya dun sa ating transducer para makapag-form ng images. Okay? So, klaro ba tayo dyan? Klaro ba tayo with the definition of your echo? Can I get another yes? Or kahit pumuso-puso, heart react lang kayo dyan. Okay na yan. Okay. Yan. Okay. So, yon. Thank you so much, people. Okay. Yon. Okay, now, next. Okay. So, ano pa to? Genicity. Okay, from the term Genesis. Ibig sabihin pinagmumula. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pag pinag-uusapan natin guys yung mismong ecogenicity, to define what ecogenicity is. Okay? To simply put it, pag sinabi natin guys na ecogenicity, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, strength. Yung lakas daw. Strength of returning. Okay? Strength of returning echoes. Okay? It is the strength of returning echoes. And strength of returning echoes being, okay, nagiging doktoran naman yung sulat ko, being received. Okay, strength of returning echoes being received by the, okay, probe. Okay, pwede rin natin yung tawagin na transducer. Okay, and base dun sa mismong strength nung bumabalik na echo, base dun sa strength ng bumabalik na echo, guys, nakakasabay naman, di naman masyado mabilis. Sakto lang ba tayo dyan, mga kapatid? People of the world, sakto lang ba tayo? Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. Sige. Okay, sabihan niyo lang ako kung medyo rumaratrat tayo, ah. Okay, so now, pag sinabi natin guys na echogenicity, okay, strength of returning echoes na yan na nare-receive ng ating probe or transducer. So, ibig sabihin, sir, strength of returning echo. So, ibig sabihin pala, we can distinguish kung gaano kalakas yung magiging returning echoes na nare-receive ng transducer. Yes, and pinapangalanan natin yan according dun sa mismong lakas. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung mga different terminologies na pwede nating gamitin for us to be able to tell the strength of the returning echoes going back to your transducer. So, kaya nga 'di ba, gumagamit tayo ng hypo, 'di ba? Hypo, hyper, okay? Hypo, hyper, tsaka anechoic. Yan. So, ito ay hyper. Kaya nga, di ba, ang nasa dulo lagi ay echoic. Okay? Kasi nga, ang minemeasure na natin dyan, guys, is what? Ano minemeasure natin dito? Strength ng alin? Strength ng alin ulit yung minemeasure natin dito, guys? Strength ng alin? Ano yung minemeasure natin dito? It would be the strength of your returning echoes. Kaya nga, mapapansin nyo, yung nasa result, very good. Returning echoes. Thank you so much, mga ma'am, sir. Okay, kaya mapapansin nyo dyan, guys, yung hypo-hyper, okay, yung sa anechoic na kasi nilagay na natin eh. Okay, so, nakadugtong dyan, echoic. So, we can safely say, guys, na kapag sinabi natin, guys, na anechoic, yan, nabura siya. Anechoic, from the term an or a, it would denote what? Absence. Okay? Absence yan. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, very good. Walang echo na bumabalik. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, this means to say, na kapag pala sinabi natin guys na unechoic, that simply means that there's no echo received. Kapag walang echo na bumabalik, tinatag na yon automatic ng transducer as what? Black. Okay? So, black na yan. So, the proper term for a structure in ultrasound that appears black is what? Anechoic. If there's no anechoic dun sa mismong choices, baka ginamit ng examiner, ito, sonolucent. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabi mo naman kasi na sonolucent, from the term sonos, sound, lucent, it allows transmission. Okay? Sonos, lagay natin dito. So, para tayo nagbe-breakdown ng terms, di ba? Sonos, and sound, okay? Di ba? And lucent from the term lucency. Okay? Ano ba pag sinabi mong lucent? Allows transmission. Therefore, kapag inallow mo kasi yung mismong transmission, guys, if you allow transmission, ibig sabihin, tumatagos lang siya dun sa mismong reflecting surface instead na magkaroon ng reflection. Nagigets ba, people? Very good. Tatagos. Okay? Kaya walang echo na bumabalik. Kasi yung mismong reflecting surface na inaasahan natin kung saan siya i-interact para mag-reflect. Okay, balikan lang natin to. So for example, here, gamit tayo ng color green. For example, itong number one scenario natin dito, this is the ideal para makapag-produce ng image. Tatama yung incident sound wave doon sa mismo reflecting surface, tas magpo-produce ng echo. Pero kapag yung organ daw natin ay anechoic or sonolucent, nangyayari, yung ating incident sound wave tumatagos or nagtatransmit lang doon sa mismong reflecting surface. Okay? So wala kang na-produce na echo, therefore wala kang mapuproduce na image. Okay? Kasi tuloy-tuloy lang 'yon, yung mismong sound waves, okay? Tumatagos. Okay? So now, next. Ito naman, puntahan naman natin 'to. Kaya nga from the term hypo, pag sinabi natin guys na hypo, mahina, weak. Okay? So ang nare-receive natin dito guys would be what? Weak echoes. Weak echoes. Okay? Weak echoes. So therefore, people of the world, okay, weak or yon, very good. Few echoes. Very good. Okay? Very good, ma'am. Okay? Very good, Ma'am Shane. Thank you so much. Okay. Few or weak echoes. Therefore, ang mararegister natin, guys, for your hypoechoic is what? Ano mararegister natin dyan? Gray. Okay? So, gray, guys, ha? So, kapag narinig nyo yung term na hypoechoic, okay, iba siya sa X-ray. Kasi, ah, iba din siya sa MRI. Iba din siya sa CT, okay? So, pag sinabi niyo na hypoechoic, gray yan, people. Okay? Kasi few or weak echoes yung nare-receive ng inyong transducer. And kapag sinabi naman natin guys na hyperechoic, sinabi niyo yung hyperechoic, yan ay what? Okay? Strong. Okay? Strong echoes. Okay? So, strong echoes, people, kapag strong, okay, or many, yan. Very good. Okay? Strong or many, people, ibig sabihin, ang mapoproduce na natin na color dyan ay what? White. Okay? Yan, white. Very good. Very good, very good, very good. White image. White. Tama. Okay? So, nagigets ba natin guys yung inyong echogenicity? Okay, nagigets ba ang ating echogenicity mga kapatid sa pananalig? Nagigets ba? Okay, so yan. Daming pumupuso. Okay, so now, very good, very good. Now, mag-introduce pa tayo ng another concept. Di pa nga nagsistart yung review season. Namamalat ka na, sir. Okay, so now, okay. Mag-introduce tayo ng another concept. Okay? So, nagets na natin yung pinaka-basic when it comes to your echogenicity, yung ating ultrasound definition. Okay? So now, mag-insert naman tayo guys ng another concept, which is what you call as your piezo. Yan. Punta tayo sa konting physics. Okay? Piezo electric phenomenon. Yan. Okay. Guys, when you hear the term piezoelectric, ano ba pag sinabi nyo or narinig nyo yung term na piezoelectric? Ano ba yan? Ano ba yung piezoelectric? Pressure. Very good. Ano pa? Pressure. What else? Pressure. Sige. Vibrate. Okay. Very good. What else? Electricity. Okay. Very good. So now, guys, tatandaan. Electric charge. Yes. Very good. So guys, pag sinabi natin guys na piezoelectric phenomenon. Okay. When we say piezoelectric phenomenon, okay. Again, hihimayin natin yung mga terms. Okay? The piezoelectric phenomenon or the piezoelectricity came from the two Greek words, piezo, okay? And electron. Yan. So, dalawa. So, piezo. Tapos, ito, electron. Yan. And by the way, people of the world, kung itatanong niyo sa akin, sir, saan galing yung mga terms na yan? Yan ay nanggaling sa Greek. Okay? Greek root words. So, pag sinabi natin guys na piezoelectric, okay? From the term piezo, ang ibig sabihin niyan ay, sabi nyo nga sa akin guys, this simply means what? P. P for pressure. Okay? P for pressure. Okay? And pag sinabi naman natin guys na electron, okay? This pertains now to your electricity. Okay? So, ang literal translation pala guys, pag sinabi nyo na piezoelectric phenomenon, okay, ang definition pala niyan via literal translation ay pressure electricity. Okay? So, very good yung mga sinabi nyo sa akin kanina. Pag sinabi nyo guys na piezoelectric effect or phenomenon, still the same. Okay? It is what? Nagkakaroon tayo dito ng, okay, production. Okay? This is the production of your electrical current. Okay? This is the production of your electrical current by applying. Yan. By applying what? Pressure. Okay? It's the production of your electrical current by applying pressure saan? Sabi nyo nga sa akin, people, may sumagot, crystal. Okay? By applying pressure to our PZT, okay? Crystals. Okay? So yan, piezoelectric effect ang tawag natin dyan. And sabi nga natin, just a bit of a history guys, just a bit of a history. If pag-uusapan natin yung mismong piezoelectric phenomenon, if yan yung pag-uusapan natin, this was discovered by the brothers. Okay, sino nakaka-discover niyan? Magkapatid. Okay? Magkapatid na alin? Okay? These are your what? Sino kaya? John, very good. Okay? Curie. Brothers. It's the Curie brothers who made the discovery. Very good, sir. Okay? Sir Philip. Okay, so it is no other than Pierre. Okay? And Jack. Okay? Curie. Silang dalawa yung nakadiscover ng piezoelectric phenomenon, okay? While they are experimenting with crystal. Okay, anong crystal kaya yan? May nakakaalam ba na mahiwagang crystal natin dyan? Anong crystal kaya yan? Starts with a Q. Quartz. Very good, Ma'am Jane. Okay, it's your quartz. Okay. Hey, sir. Very good. Quartz. Okay? It's your quartz crystal. Kaya nga, people of the world, quartz is considered as a naturally occurring. Lagay natin dito para sa inyong mental health. Okay? It's your okay? Naturally occurring piezoelectric crystal. Okay? Pero, syempre, hindi tayo kontento sa iisa lang. Okay? Can you give us an example? More examples, sir, kung ano-ano pa yung mga other naturally occurring PZT crystals. Okay? So, other examples would include, okay, you have your Rochelle. May mga kapangalan dito. Oh, mga tropang Rochelle, people. You have your Rochelle salts. You have your Rochelle salts. Wait lang. Buruin nyo, napasama kayo dito sa lecture. Okay. So you have your Rochelle salts and thank you, sir. Okay, you have your tourmaline. Yun. Very good. Okay. So itong mga to are one of the best examples of your naturally occurring piezoelectric crystals. Which now, kung pupunta na tayo guys, okay? Kung tayo ay pupunta na sa ginagamit natin ngayon sa inyong ultrasound probes, okay? Kung tayo pupunta na sa ginagamit natin sa inyong ultrasound probes, people, it would be what? Ang ginagamit na natin ngayon, guys, is your PZT, tama ba? PZT crystal. Yan. PZT crystal. Which, sabi nga natin, guys, your PZT crystals are made of three elements. Okay? Um, hence the PZT. Okay? Hence the acronym PZT. Okay, kaya nga yan naging PZT. It is because tatlong elements ang gumagawa para makabuo tayo niyan. Very good, sir. It is your PB, which, guys, okay, take note lang minsan ang mga examiners nyo, gustong-gustong gumagamit ng mga sinaunang names ng mga elements. Okay? Yung mga Latin names. Kaya, for example, kapag lead yung tamang sagot, ang ilalagay nila dun sa choices, plumbum. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng PB. Plumbum. This is the Latin name of your lead. Okay? So, which means lead. Okay? Now, Z. Ano naman yung Z natin, people of the world? Z. R. Okay? Which is, ginagamit, ano nga ba yung ZR natin? It would be your zirconium. Hence, the zirconate. Sabi ni Sir Kian. Okay? Which, okay, wala kasing old Latin name yung inyong zirconium. Okay, ZR lang siya. Okay, and you have your T, I. Okay, you have your TI. Palitan natin ng color. Colorful. Okay, TI. It would be your titanium. Yan. Okay, it's your titanium. Okay, ito yung tatlong elements ha. Huwag malilito. Tama yung nandun sa mismong chat box natin. The definition of your PZT crystal or your PZT acronym is your lead, zirconate, okay? Lead, zirconate, titanate. Tama yan. Pero ang tinatanong ko kasi dito guys is ano yung tatlong elements? Which is very good. Okay? So nandyan na rin naman na sa sagot nyo. Okay? So lead, zirconate, titanate. So ba't nga ba naging PCT, sir? Dahil kasi ang kinuha natin ay yung first, okay, letters, okay, nung inyong elements, PZT. Okay? So it's your lead, zirconate, titanate. Okay? So tayo ba'y nagkakaintindihan, mga ma'am, sir? Okay? Okay naman ba tayo dyan? Yan. Okay. So, ngayon, sabi nga natin guys, expand pa natin yung knowledge nyo when it comes to your piezoelectric phenomenon. Very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So, expand pa natin yung knowledge nyo dyan guys. Okay. So, now, sabi natin guys, kapag daw nag-a-apply tayo ng pressure, okay? Kasi ipapasok ko na yung mismong main topic natin ngayon. Kapag daw nag-a-apply daw tayo ng pressure sa ating PZT crystal, nagpo-produce daw yan ng, okay, nagpo-produce daw yan ng what? Okay? Electricity. Okay? So, balikan lang natin yung inyong transducer. Okay? Balikan natin yung inyong transducer. So, ano nga ba pag sinabi nyo na ultrasound probe? Pag sinabi nyo guys na ultrasound probe? Ano yan? Pag sinabi nyo ultrasound probe? Hmm, ano nga ba ang inyong ultrasound probe? Yun po sir yung pinanggaganon sa pasyente. Yes. Yes, tama naman. Ano pa? Okay, yes, very good. Linear. Okay. 'Di ba? We have different types of your ultrasound probe. You have your linear, you have your curvilinear. Okay, you have your phased array. Yan. Very good, sir. Transmitter and receiver. Okay. So pag sinabi natin kasi guys na ultrasound probe, okay? It is a device na ginagamit natin. So, device. Your ultrasound probe is a device, okay, that is capable, okay, capable of two things. Dalawa, yung kaya niya. Capable of two things. Capable of first, transmitting. Ano yung tinatransmit natin dito, guys? Ano yung tinatransmit dyan? What are you transmitting when it comes to your ultrasound probe? Signals. What type of signals? Specify natin yan. Very good. Anong type ng signals yung tinatransmit mo dyan? Starts with an S. Ano yung tinatransmit natin dyan? Oh, yon. Very good, guys. Sound waves. Okay? We are transmitting your sound or your sound waves. Okay? And sabi nga natin, the second one, okay, the second one here, okay, the second one here, people of the world, is capable daw ang ating ultrasound probe, which is what? Capable of receiving. Okay? Ano naman yung nare-receive niya dito? Based doon sa ating unang discussion kanina. Anong type ng signals yung nare-receive? Very good. Echoes. Yon. Na-apply, na-apply. Okay? Kaya nga, di ba, people, ang inyong ultrasound probe is pwede din nating tawagin as what? We can also call your ultrasound probe as a form of what? A transceiver. Because it can transmit sound waves and it can also receive echoes. Transceiver. If you want another example of a transceiver coming from a different modality, one of the best examples that I can give you that acts as a transceiver, guys, it would be the RF coil from your MRI. RF coils from your MRI. Okay? It also acts as transceiver. Okay? Yung pinapalit-palitan nyo every time. Okay? For example, bird cage. Okay? For your head. Yan. It's an RF coil na ginagamit nyo for your MRI. Okay. So, transceiver, example pa niyan. Other example would be for your MRI. Okay? So, transceiver. Now, guys, pag-usapan na natin si mismong ultrasound probe. So, I will have here a simplified drawing, okay? A simplified drawing or a map of how your image, ultrasound image formation happens, okay? So, pag-usapan na natin siya. Okay, kasi i-reinsert ko ulit tong ultrasound probe natin mamaya. Okay? So, paano nga ba nagkakaroon ng image sa huli? Okay? How do we produce an image? So, lagay na natin dito yung last step. Image. Okay? Lagay natin dito, finished. Ayan, finished image. Okay? So, syempre, start muna tayo with the step 1. Okay? So, sabi nyo nga sa akin, guys, your ultrasound is what? Ano ulit yung inyong ultrasound? A what? A transceiver. Tama ba? Your ultrasound is a transceiver. Yes or no? Transceiver ba yan? Ang inyong ultrasound, people. Is it a transceiver? Yes. Yes, 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 mga ma'am, sir. It is a transceiver. So therefore, people, yung unang job niya is to what? UTS probe. Ilagay na natin dyan. Step 1. Your ultrasound probe, anong gagawin yan? Since yan ay transceiver. Anong gagawin yan? People, it will transmit. Okay? So, it will transmit. So, before yung transmit, syempre, kailangan mo muna mag-produce. Produces and transmits sound waves. Yan, very good. Okay? So, your ultrasound probe transmits, okay, your produces and transmits sound waves. Now, step 2. Yan. Okay? Step 2 natin, guys. Okay? Your sound, okay? Sound travels. Okay? Through, okay? Okay, your sound travels through a medium. Yan. Okay? And ano yung medium na pinag-uusapan natin dito, guys? Ano yung medium na pinag-uusapan natin? Hmm. Ano yung medium? Ano medium yan? Gel? Probe? Sige. Hula pa? Sige, okay lang yan. Guys, okay lang manghula. Nang-encourage ako sa mga estudyante na nanguhula kasi hindi nila alam minsan yung hula. Tama. Okay, yan. Tissue. Organ. Very good. Okay? So, your sound travels through a medium, which is your what? Okay? Your organ or your tissue. Okay? So, since nagta-travel na tayo dun sa mismong tissue or organ, lagay natin dito. Tissue, organ. So, tama yung answer kanina na skin. Yes. Okay? So, tissue or organ, then the next thing, okay, the next thing would be what? Magkakaroon tayo dito guys ng step 3. Kakaroon tayo dito ng sound, yan, sound tissue interaction. And tatandaan guys, okay, tatandaan, yung sound tissue interaction na pinag-uusapan na natin dito guys, the sound tissue interaction that we're talking about here is what? Ano yung pinag-uusapan natin dito? Yan. It is your reflection. Okay, very good, sir. Okay, so now, so you have your ultrasound probe, your sound travels through a medium, then nagkakaroon tayo ng sound tissue interaction. So wait lang. Bring ko muna dito si finished image. Kasi marami tayong explain dito eh. Okay, sound tissue interaction. Which, sabi nga natin guys, if we're going to talk about the sound tissue interaction, okay, the sound tissue interaction, tatandaan, okay, we have 7. Okay, we have 7. We have 7 sound tissue interactions. Sinong familiar dun sa 7 na yon? Sinong familiar sa 7? So, may nagsagot na nung isa. So, guys, para matandaan ko siya nun, okay, sa mismong boards, kinabisado ko to. R squared, S, A squared, D squared. So, ibig sabihin, dalawang R, isang S, dalawang A, dalawang D. Okay? So, ano-ano ba yan? Sir, dami naman yan. Okay? So, nasabi na yung isa, uy, ang dami ah. Nice, very good, very good. Okay, so, the first R, okay? First R natin guys is nasabi niyo na dyan sa chat box. It would be your reflection. Yes, very good guys. Lupit niyo naman mga ma'am sir. Okay. So you have your reflection. So summarize ko na lang tong 7 ha. According dun sa kanilang main definition. Okay? So we have here your reflection. And sabi nga natin guys, pag sinabi natin guys na reflection, people of the world, okay? When you say reflection, reflect. Nagkakaroon ka dito ng sound waves, okay? Sound waves are bouncing. Bouncing, okay? Nagkakaroon tayo ng bouncing o pagtalbog, okay? Sound waves are bouncing in a reflective surface. Okay? So, lupet. Okay, lupet naman mga ma'am, sir. Okay, so now, reflection yan. And sabi nga natin guys, dagdagan lang natin, okay? Pag sinabi natin guys na reflection, okay? Pag pinag-uusapan na natin yung term na reflection, out of all the 7, tatandaan, reflection is known to be the major, okay? Major interaction, yan, major interaction of interest in ultrasound. Bakit nga ba tinawag yan na major action of interaction of interest in ultrasound? Bakit nga ba, mga ma'am, sir? Why? 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 Bakit nga ba? Yun. Very good, ma'am. Okay? It is because your reflection is out of all the seven, siya lang yung nagbibigay sa atin ng image formation. Very good. Kaya yan, guys, major interaction of interest, it is because of its capability to give us image. Okay? So, it is because, ayun nga, it contributes. Okay? Contributes towards towards image. Yun, formation. Okay? Nagko-contribute yan towards your image formation. Very good. Okay? Kaya yan, among all the seven, guys, among all the seven, siya yung pinaka-importante. The rest is not so much. Not so much. Okay? So now, people, yan. So, reflection. Another R na pag-uusapan natin, people of the world, another R. Okay? So, another R. Pag sinabi na people of the world, di kasali Sir Mark. Sige, lagyan natin outer space and the whole universe. Okay, so now, very good. Number two, it is your refraction. Yan. Very good naman ang ating mga audience tonight, guys. It is our refraction. And guys, sound waves here are what? Ano nangyayari sa sound waves? People of the universe. Yan. Okay. Okay, sound waves. Okay, sound waves are what? Anong ginagawa? Yun, nagkakaroon ng angulation. Nagkakaroon ng redirection. Or, lagay natin siya, yun, change of direction. Or, lagay natin siya in a condensed, concise term. Ang ilagay natin, refraction would cause bending. Yan. Bending of sound waves. Okay? Bending of sound waves as it passes. Okay, as it passes from one medium, and as it passes from one medium to another. Yan. So, lagyan nga natin ng mga drawing, people, para na-imagine nyo siya. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin, guys, na reflection, okay, reflection, ano nangyayari ulit? Nagkakaroon ka ng what? Bouncing. Okay? So, here, meron tayong reflective surface per se. Okay, meron tayong reflective surface. Okay? Meron tayong reflective surface. Meron tayong incident sound wave. And ano ulit yung mapoproduce natin dito, guys? Ano yung itatawag natin dito? What will you call this one? Si 1 and 2. Si 1 pala ay, si 1 ay incident. Si 2 ay what? Ano ulit yan? The magic word? Echo. Very good. Yan, returning echoes. Okay? So, nagkaroon tayo ng bouncing. Okay? And sabi nga natin, people of the world, when there's refraction, meron daw tayong dalawang medium. Okay? Meron daw tayong dalawang medium. Mm, per se. Okay? We have two mediums. Okay? Hatiin natin sa gitna. Okay? So, you have your M1 tapos M2. Okay? You have M1, M2. Tapos, people, yung sound wave natin ay papunta dyan. Okay? From medium 1. Tapos, ano kaya mangyayari, guys, kapag yan ay papunta na sa medium 2? What will happen? Sabi nyo nga sa akin, magkakaroon ng redirection. Change of direction. Okay? Magkakaroon ng angulation. Okay? So, magkakaroon tayo dito, guys, ng mga lahat ng sinabi ko. Okay? So, as you can see, nagbago yung inyong trajectory. Okay? Nagbago yung trajectory natin. And nag-form ka ba dyan ng angle? Nag-form ka ba ng angle? Form ka ba ng angle dyan? Yes or no? Nag-form ka ng angle. Form ka ba ng angle dyan, people? Did you? Did you? Yes or no? Yes? Yes? No? No? Yes? No? Yes? Or no? Yes. Okay, nagkaroon ka dyan ng angle. Okay? So, tatandaan guys, nagkakaroon tayo dyan ng angle, okay? Dahil doon sa pagbabago ng inyong speed of sound as it enters from one medium to another. Tatandaan. Okay, sulat ko na lang para sa mental health nyo. Okay? So, sige. So, why the angulation, guys? Okay, why the angulation? Or change of direction? Change of direction is attributed. Yan, attributed. Pag sinabi nyo guys na attributed, okay, it is because of the siya daw yung nagkakos ng mismong change. Attributed by the difference of acoustic. Yan, acoustic velocity. Okay? Which, yes, dependent ang ating, pwede din natin ilagay yung inyong difference ng acoustic impedance. Okay? But, sticking to the book that I've read, ang nagkakos daw ng pagbabago ng inyong trajectory, it is because of the change in acoustic velocity dahil sa inyong change ng inyong medium. Okay? Okay? So, acoustic velocity, difference of acoustic velocity as sound. Yan. Sound interacts with another. Yan. With another medium. Okay? And sabi nga natin, people, okay, kapag refraction daw yung pinag-uusapan, it obeys. Okay? It obeys. Sinong law? Sinong law yung ino-obey na to, guys? So wait, habang inaantay ko yung mga sagot nyo, guys, wait lang, nalalobat na yung laptop ko, saglit. Baka kasi bigla kayo mag-blackout sa akin eh. Wait lang. Yon. Okay, very good, guys. Okay. It obeys what law? It obeys the Snell's law of refraction. Very good. Yan. It obeys the Snell's law of refraction. Okay? So, hindi ko na ibibigay yung mismo formula. Ang gusto ko lang matandaan nyo, it obeys the Snell's law of refraction. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay? So, yan. Okay, so now, so, tapos na tayo with the dalawang R. Cross out. Okay? Ano naman yung next? Sabi nyo nga sa akin, sa chat box, scattering. Guys, ano nga ba pag sinabi nyo scattering? Hindi tayo scatter ha, para kumita. Iba yon. Okay. Ano nga pag sinabi nyo scattering, people? Hmm. Pag sinabi nyo scattering, sa sound din pala nangyayari yon. Yes. It also happens with your sound waves. Okay? So guys, pag sinabi nyo guys na scattering, what comes to mind? Ano yan? Pinatawa sa chat box. Sa reaction pa. Ano? Yan, paldo. Paldo. Okay, so now, very good. So, dispersion. Okay, so, lagyan natin siya in a more concise way. Pag sinabi natin guys na scattering, okay, ang nangyayari daw dito, yung ating sound waves are being redirected. So, lagyan natin dito, sound waves are being redirected. Sir, how is it being redirected? Okay, redirected. Okay, redirected in an omnidirectional. Guys, pag sinabi nyo omnidirectional, ano yan? Manner. Ano yan, people? Hmm. Ano daw yan? Ano daw yan, guys? Yun, many direction. Thank you, Sir Lance. Lupet. Okay. Pag sinabi nyo, guys, na omnidirectional, okay, that simply means yung inyong sound waves, kapag daw yan ay tumama doon sa isang organ, sa isang surface, ang nangyayari, kumakalat. Okay? Kaya nga, from the term, nagsascatter. But sir, paano kumakalat? In all directions. Okay? So, kaya kung titingnan natin yan, people of the world, okay, kung titingnan natin yan, for example, this is your sound wave, your incident sound wave, okay? Tapos, meron ka ditong rough surface, okay? Meron kang rough surface dyan. Ang tendency is what? Kakalat yan in all directions. Okay? So, yan yung tinatawag natin guys as your scattering. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin guys na scattering, people of the world, pag sinabi natin guys na scattering, ito yung cause or ito yung nagbibigay sa atin, okay? It gives us a hypoechoic signal. So, siya yung nagbibigay ng ating hypoechoic signal. Okay? So, scattering. Okay? So, klaro ba tayo dyan? Kinigaryas? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, thank you, mga kapatid. Okay, so now, cross out na natin yan. S. You have here A. Ano yung A natin ulit? People, can you give me another A? Natakpan na kasi siya. Ano yung other A natin? What's your other A's? Yon, absorption and attenuation. So, unahin muna natin guys yung inyong absorption. Okay? So guys, pag sinabi natin guys na absorption, ano ba nangyari? Pag nagkakaroon tayo ng absorption. When it comes to your absorption, what happens? Na-absorb, sir. Tama ba? Na-absorb lang. Yun na yun. Nagkakaroon daw tayo ng absorption. Okay, very good, Ma'am Jovi. Okay. Uts energy to heat. Very good. Okay? So, tatandaan, kapag sinabi natin guys na absorption, okay, ang nangyayari dito, sound waves, okay, our sound waves are being dissipated. Okay? So, nagkakaroon daw tayo ng dissipation. So, ibig sabihin guys, kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng dissipation, nawawala siya. Kasi nakikipag-interact siya doon with your medium. Okay? Sound waves are being dissipated, okay, as it passes. Okay? As it passes through a medium. Okay? So, as it passes through the medium. Kaya nga sabi ni Ma'am Juvie, people, which is very good, sobrang galing, galing, galing. Okay, so, ang inyong absorption, nagkakos yan ng what? Okay? It is responsible for thermal effects. Yan. Okay? It is responsible for your thermal effects or heat formation. Okay? So, tatandaan, guys, kapag sinabi nyo na, summarize lang natin guys ha, from reflection, nagkakaroon tayo ng, ano ulit nangyari sa sound waves? Kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng reflection, people, what happens to your sound waves? Anong key term natin? What's our key term? Yan, bouncing. Very good. Okay? Para naman kapag refraction, guys. Bounce na daw. Idol, huwag ka muna mag-bounce. Okay. Okay, nagkakaroon tayo ng bending. Nagkakaroon tayo ng bending yan. Okay, nagkakaroon tayo bending. Then, people, pag nagkakaroon tayo ng scattering, ano nangyayari pag scattering? Scattering. Yan, redirected. Okay, redirected na yan. Ano ulit yung fashion kung paano yan nare-redirect, people? What's the fashion and how it's being redirected? Ano ulit yung fashion, guys? Hey, why you're bending? Guys, ano? How is it being redirected? It is being redirected in an omnidirectional manner. Okay? And yan, omnidirectional. Very good. Now, guys, para na makapag-absorption, how about absorption, 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 absorption? Nagkakaroon tayo ng what? Starts with the letter D? Dissipation. Very good. And sabi nga natin, guys, when you experience dissipation, nawawala ka or naa-absorb ka dun sa mismong environment kung saan ka nagpa-pass through. And sabi nga natin guys, ano ulit yung magiging response ng inyong tissue kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng absorption? Ano ulit yung magiging response? Heat. Okay? So, lagay natin dito. Heat formation. Yawn. Okay. So now, next. 3 more. Then, susunod na natin, pinag-usapan lang natin guys yung sound tissue interaction na. Then after that, sunod na natin yung mismong concept map. Okay, so now next. Tapos mamaya sa-summarize natin to lahat. Okay? So next. So you have here number 5. Kung meron tayong absorption guys, ano ulit pag sinabi nyong A? Attenuation. Guys, kapag attenuation, is it the same as with your X-rays? Yes. Pag sinabi natin kasi guys na attenuation, nagkakaroon tayo dito ng progressive what? Ano ulit to? Nagkakaroon tayo ng progressive weakening. Okay? Progressive weakening of the ultrasound beam. Okay? Yan. Kung hindi man progressive weakening, okay, nagkakaroon tayo dito. Sige, I like it. Okay, may nadagdag dun sa GC. Okay, sa ating group chat. Okay, it would be the progressive reduction. I love it. Okay, progressive reduction of your ultrasound beam, okay, as it passes. Okay, as it passes through a medium. Okay, so guys, nagkakaroon daw tayo ng progressive weakening as it passes through a medium. So ibig sabihin, people of the world, kapag sinabi natin guys na attenuation, just to simplify, okay, same din to na nangyayari sa ating X-rays. Comparable yan, ha? Kapag sinabi natin kasi na attenuation, let's make it make sense. For example, guys, for example, sound waves yung gagamitin natin ha, since ultrasound tayo. Meron tayo ditong 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6, okay? Sound waves. Now, people, meron tayo ditong, this is just an example para mas maintindihan natin, guys, ha? Yan. Meron tayo ditong mediums. Okay? Yung medium natin na yan, hatiin natin yan sa 1, 2, wala, naiiwan yung isa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hoy. So, meron tayong mga medium dito. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? We have 5 mediums. Okay? So now, guys, kapag attenuation daw kasi ang nangyayari, nagkakaroon daw tayo dito ng pagbawas. Okay? Reduction. Or, guys, pag sinabi natin kasi na reduction, okay? binabawasan, which causes the weakening. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, habang nagpa-pass through itong anim na ito, papunta dito sa ating mga medium, pabawas yan ng pabawas. Okay? So, for example, guys, dumaan na yung anim dun sa first medium, ilan na lang yung matitira? For example, kada medium, mababawasan tayo. Okay? Kada medium, mababawasan. Ilan na yung matitira dito? Oh, minus one, people. Ilan matitira? 5. Yun. Okay, so meron ka 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, people, nung pumunta tayo sa stage 2, sa pangalawang medium, ilan na lang ang matitira? Minus lang, minus. 4. Yan. Okay? 4. Now, doon sa pangatlo, magiging ilan na lang to? 3. Tama ba? Then, papunta doon sa pang-apat na medium, people of the world, ilan na lang to? 2. Okay? Then, papunta doon sa pang-limang medium, guys, ilan na matitira? 1. Okay? Ano yung nangyari dito, guys? When it comes to your attenuation, pabawas ng pabawas. Okay? So, yan yung mismong nangyayari when we are talking about attenuation. So, same lang din yan sa inyong x-ray, guys. Okay? Depende sa inyong material. Okay? But here in ultrasound, this is just parang a simplified way on how your attenuation looks like. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin, guys, na attenuation, progressive weakening or progressive reduction ng alin? Ultrasound beam. Okay? So, yan. Number 6. Okay, number 6. Na yung number 6 natin, people of the world. So, na-cross out na natin yung dalawang A. Tama ba? Cross out natin yan. Ano pa? Dalawang B. Okay? Yung B. People. Sinachat nyo kanina, natabunan na. Sinachat nyo, guys. Yan. 6 po ay ano po? Yung ano po? 6 ay, very good. It would be your divergence. Yan, divergence. Very good. Okay? Pag sinabi natin, very good, diffraction and divergence. Okay? Pag sinabi natin, guys, na divergence, so ayusin nga natin. Okay, yan, divergence. Guys, pag sinabi natin, guys, na divergence, okay, magdodog show na yung mga nasa GC. Okay, so now, pag sinabi natin, guys, na divergence, okay, if we're going to discuss what divergence simply means is that we're talking about the spread. Okay? So, the spread ng alin? The spread of the ultrasound. Okay? Spread of your ultrasound beam as it passes. Yan. Ultrasound beam as it passes through a medium. So, simply, people, kaya sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina, gamit tayo ng mga concise or exact terms kasi pag sinabi nyong nagkaroon lang tayo ng pagkalat, baka yung pinapertain nyo na doon sa tissue, sound wave interaction is already divergence. Okay? Pag sinabi nyo kasi, guys, na divergence, okay? For example, we have here an ultrasound probe. Okay? We have here an ultrasound probe. Yan, smiley, guys, ha? Sorry na, baka talaga ng drawing. Okay. Okay, so, eh, yan. Okay. So, yan. Yeah, your ultrasound probe. Okay. So now, yung inyong ultrasound probe ay mag-i-emit na yan ng inyong sound waves. And yung mismong pagkalat niya, okay, from the probe, okay, that is what you call now as divergence. Divergence ang tawag natin yan. So, pag sinabi nyo, guys, na spread, okay, ang pinag-usapan na natin dyan is what? Divergence. So, yung mismong pagkalat ng inyong ultrasound wave or ultrasound beam from the probe, okay, habang siya ay nagpa-pass through sa ating medium. Okay? So now, last, dapat na tayo matapos. Okay? So you have your, discuss ko na lang din to para Crash course ko na para maintindihan nyo yung sound wave interaction. So now, you have here what you call as your diffraction. Okay? So guys, ano ba pag sinabi natin guys na diffraction? Hmm. Ano ba pag sinabi natin na diffraction? So ang pinag-uusapan na natin guys here, when we're talking about diffraction is the behavior. Okay? Behavior of sound waves. Okay? It's the behavior of sound waves as it passes through. Okay? As it passes through an obstacle. Guys, ano ba pag sinabi nyo na obstacle? Ano yan? Ano ba pag sinabing obstacle? Hmm. Behavior of sound waves as it passes through an obstacle. Hadlang. Yes, very good. Hadlang. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now, pag sinabi nyo guys na obstacle, okay, yan in Tagalog, okay, hadlang, okay? Ibig sabihin, these are your obstacles, okay, that is responsible for impeding the transmission of your sound waves. Okay, so ibig sabihin pumipigil, okay? Humahadlang, pumipigil, okay? So now, pag sinabi kasi natin guys na diffraction, pinag-uusapan natin dito guys, yung mismong, okay? For example, here we have an obstacle. Okay? Copy, paste. Yan. We have here an obstacle, guys. So now, tong obstacle na to will change how your sound waves will behave. Okay? And people, to be more specific, kapag diffraction na yung pinag-uusapan natin, yung malalaking sound waves daw, kapag yan ay dumaan sa maliliit na obstacles, pwede daw yan mag-produce ng maliliit na sound waves. So, define lang natin yung mga terms na binabanggit ko. Guys, kapag sinabi natin guys na spherical wave front, bigay natin dito. Na-encounter na ba tong term na to? Spherical. Encounter na? Spherical wavefront, tsaka spherical wavelets. Okay? Na-encounter na ba yan, guys? Yes or no? Or ngayon lang? No, ngayon lang. Okay. Okay. So guys, pag sinabi natin guys na padaliin lang natin. Pag sinabi natin guys na spherical wavefronts, okay, pag sinabi natin na spherical wavefronts, okay, yan ay what? These are your, kaya from the term wavefronts, um, imagine natin guys yung inyong dagat. Okay, imagine natin yung inyong dagat. Para mas mabilis nyo siya maintindihan. Imagine natin yung inyong dagat. So, guys, yung malalaking alon na humahampas sa dalampasigan, we can call that as your spherical wave fronts. Kung i-compare natin yan sa inyong sound waves. Okay? So, these are your large sound waves. Okay? And yung inyong spherical wavelets, ito naman yung mga maliliit na alon, okay, na nagko-combine para makabuo ng malalaking alon. So, yung maliliit, small sound waves, okay, that would be your spherical wavelets. So guys, 'di ba para makabuo ka ng mga malalaking alon na humahampas sa dalampasigan, okay, kailangan mo pagsamasamahin yung alin, mga maliliit. Okay? So, pwede ba natin gawing in reverse? Yung mga maliliit, pwede mo bang hati-hatiin para, yung malalaki, pwede mo bang hati-hatiin para lumiit? Pwede ba yon? So, for example, meron tayong mga malalaking sound waves dito. Pag nag-pass through ba yan sa inyong obstacle, people, ano yung mapuproduce mo? By the way, this is a wavefront. Mm. Pag nag-pass through yan sa mismong obstacle, guys, ano yung mapuproduce mo dyan? Magpuproduce ka pa rin ba ng wavefront? Since sobrang liit niyan? Yes or no? What do you think? Puproduce ka pa rin ba? Nawala na sila. Okay, puproduce ka pa rin ba? Hmm. Yon, hindi na. Okay? So, tatandaan, very good. Yung wavefront natin, guys, since nag-pass through yan dun sa inyong maliit na obstacle, magpuproduce ka na lang ng what? Maliliit na alon. Or maliliit na sound waves. Eh, anong tawag natin doon, guys? It would be your wavelet. So, yung mismong behavior ng ating sound waves, kapag yan ay nagpa-pass through sa inyong mga hadlang or obstacles, okay? Yan ay tinatawag natin, guys, as diffraction. Nagkakaintindihan ba tayo? Can I get a yes? Can I get a yes? Yes or no? Kung gusto nyo pa ng another explanation, okay na. Okay, so mga pumupuso yung mga kapatid natin. Okay, so now, tapos na tayo with your 7. Okay? So, sound tissue interaction. Copy ko na lang to ulit. Ta, ay na-copy. Wait lang guys ha. Sorry na, sorry. To save time. Okay. Copy, paste. Yan. Okay. So now guys, natapos na natin yung sound tissue interaction. Ilan ulit yon? Can you enumerate? Ano ulit? Yung pinakauna? Yung major interest natin guys. What's the major interest? So natapos na natin yung 7. Okay? What's the major interest ulit? It would be what? Reflection. Okay? After reflection, very good. Ano naman? Yung susunod. What would be next? It would be refraction. Yun. After refraction, people of the world. S. Yan. Scattering. Okay. After nyan, people, dalawang A. Tama ba? A. Ano yung A natin? Scattering. Ano yung dalawang A natin? A. Scattering paldo. Okay, you have your absorption. Papaldo ka talaga, sir. Okay, so next. Another A. Yon, attenuation. Okay? Next. After nga, people, meron pa tayong dalawang D. Right? Ano yung D natin na isa? Divergence. Yon. Dinalawa na. Okay, very good. Divergence. And last, diffraction. Pero sino lang ulit yung highlight natin dyan dahil nakapag-form ng image? Sino yung highlight natin dito, people? Sino highlight natin dyan? Kasi siya yung nakakapag-form ng image out of all the 7. Sino yung major interaction of interest? Reflection. Very good, mga ma'am, sir. Thank you. Then, since nagkaroon ka na ng sound tissue interaction, okay, nagkaroon ka na ng sound tissue interaction, guys. Okay? So, punta na tayo with your step 4. Okay, punta na tayo with your step 4. Since reflection nga yung tinitingnan natin, and okay, so now guys, question lang, question lang, a curious question. Yung 7 ba na sound tissue interaction pwede ang mangyari sabay-sabay? Is it a yes or a no? Can it happen simultaneously? Yes or no? Pwede ba yung sabay-sabay mangyari, people? Pwede ba? Pwede ba? Pwede ba? Yes or no lang ang sagot, guys. What do you think? Yes. Yun. Very good. Yes, guys. The answer is yes. All of the 7 sound tissue interaction can happen all at once. Okay? Pero ang tinitingnan natin dito, since importante nga lang talaga dyan na iisa, it would be your reflection. Kaya people, nung nagkaroon ka ng sound tissue interaction, ano ulit yung mapoproduce? Ano ulit yung mapoproduce, people? Ano ulit yung inyong mapoproduce? Yon. It will produce echo. So magkakaroon tayo dito ng echo production. Okay? Magkakaroon tayo dito ng echo production. Very good. Now, after step number 4, okay, punta ka na sa mismong ultrasound probe. Okay? Punta ka na sa mismong ultrasound probe. So, ultrasound probe. Ano ulit yung function nito? Transceiver. Tama ba? Ano ulit function yan? It would be the transceiver. So now, people, it will now receive. Okay? Receives the sound waves. Okay? So it will now receive the sound waves. Okay? So now, people, sir, paano na yung mismong echogenicity? Paano yun na-measure? Okay? Paano yun na-measure, sir? Kung malakas nga ba or kung paano natin i-assign yung white, yung gray, and yung black. Paano? It would be, magra-rely tayo doon sa tinakal natin kanina, guys. It would be what? Your piezoelectric phenomenon. People, 'di ba? Yung inyong piezoelectric phenomenon. So, kapag tumama kasi yung inyong sound waves, okay? For example, this is your PZT crystals. Your sound, by the way, sound, define nga muna natin yung sound. Okay? So, guys, pag sinabi natin, guys, na sound, what comes to mind pag sinabi natin na sound? Tunog. Tama ba? So, your sound is what? A form of energy. A form of energy which causes vibrations. Okay? Vibrations. And yung vibrations na yan, guys, this causes yung tinatawag natin, guys, na pressure disturbance. Yan, pressure disturbance. Okay. So now, guys, yung sound kasi natin, guys, okay, yung sound natin, kaya yan tinawag, guys, na form of energy which causes vibrations. Kasi para makarating ka from point A to point B, okay, kailangan mo mag-travel via vibrations. Paano nga ba magta-travel ang sound via vibrations? Yan ay nangyayari, okay, for example, meron tayong source. Okay? Meron tayong source dito. Maglalabas yan, guys, ng vibrations. And yung mismong vibrations or pressure disturbance, yun yung magkukos sa paggalaw ng molecules. Okay? So for example, ito yung tenga ng isang tao. Okay. So, ito yung speaker per se. Yan. Ito yung speaker natin. So, tumutugtog yan. So, para umabot yung sound trip natin from the speaker, papunta dun sa tenga ng isang tao, yung vibrations na nanggagaling doon sa speaker, pinapagalaw niya yung ating air molecules. Okay? Pinapagalaw niya yung ating air molecules. Therefore, nagbibigay yan ng what? Pressure. Saan kaya binibigay ng speaker yung pressure? Para makarating yung mismong sound doon sa tenga natin. Saan yan nagbibigay ng pressure? Ano ulit yung tawag natin dito sa mga maliliit na bubbles na to? Yan, air. Very good. So, nagbibigay yan ng pressure doon sa ating air molecules which causes vibrations. Ibig sabihin, pag nagva-vibrate, nagkakaroon ka ng to and fro. Forward, backward, forward, backward. Which, kung i-imagine natin, guys, yung inyong speaker na nagbibigay ng vibration or pressure disturbance doon sa inyong air molecules, okay? Yan ay magkakaroon ng hampasan ng mga ping-pong. Okay? Magkakaroon ka ng hampasan ng mga ping-pong dyan. So, for example, nandito yung pressure, okay, dito sa may white pen. Okay? So, nagbigay ng pressure, ang mangyayari, magfo-forward yung isang air molecule, tapos hahampas siya dun sa next. Tapos hahampas ng hahampas, magiging domino effect. Hanggang makarating siya doon sa mismong tenga. Now, people, sabi nga natin, key term is what? Ano yung key term ulit natin dyan? Sa sound? Ano yung key term natin? What's our key term? Yung binilugan natin dyan, people. What's our key term? Malapit na tayo matapos. Pressure, yon. Pressure, pressure, pressure. And sabi nga natin guys, is your echo a form of sound? Sound ba ang inyong echo? Yes or no? Yes daw po. Yes, which is very good. Yes. Your echo is sound. Oh, which 'di ba? Sabi nga natin, if your sound carries a pressure, if your sound carries a pressure, pag yan ay tumama dun sa inyong PCT crystal, when you apply pressure with your crystal, ano yung maipuproduce? Ano yung maipuproduce natin dyan, guys? Yung echo mo ay nag-interact na with your PCT crystal. Ano may puproduce dyan? Yun. Thank you so much, ma'am. It would be electricity. Kasi yung echoes mo, nagbibigay siya ng pressure dun sa PCT crystals. Therefore, okay, magja-generate na si PCT crystals ng electricity. Which, yung electricity na yan, number 6. Okay, number 6. Nagkakaroon tayo ng generation of electric signals, which yan ay pwede nang mabasa ng inyong computer para makapag-form na tayo ng image. So, step number 7, it would be what? Image formation. Very good, guys. Sobrang lulupit nyo naman, mga ma'am, sir. Okay? Image formation. Okay? So, yes, mechanical to electrical energy, Sir Philip. Very good, sir. Okay? So, ready na pala kayo sa cluster 5 eh. Okay, ready na pala kayo sa cluster 5. So, guys, let's have a bit of summarization overall. So, ulitin ko lang ulit. Okay? So, nandito na siya sa isang page, all in all. Pag sinabi natin, guys, na ultrasound, ulit, ang sabi nga natin, pag sinabi natin na ultrasound, diagnostic imaging modality na nagpo-produce ng sound waves, nagpo-produce ng images, diagnostic images, through your use of sound waves, which sabi nga natin, guys, okay, para makabuo ka daw ng image sa inyong ultrasound, gagamit ka ng inyong ultrasound probe na tinatawag natin as what? Transceiver. Now, after the ultrasound probe, mag-i-emit yan ng, gagawin niya yung unang function. Ano yung unang function na gagawin niya? Ano yung unang function na gagawin natin dyan, people? It would be what? Transmission ng sound waves. After the transmission of sound waves, guys, ano yung next na gagawin niyan? Magkakaroon tayo ng, ano yung next na gagawin natin dyan? Magkakaroon tayo ng propagation o magta-travel na yung inyong sound. After that, magkakaroon na ng sound tissue interaction. Okay? And sabi nga natin, pito yan, di ba? You have your reflection, refraction, scattering, absorption, attenuation, saka divergence and diffraction. Okay? Then, after na, people of the world, isa lang naman yung tinitingnan natin dito, people. Highlight ko lang ulit. Ano yung highlight ng ating sound tissue interaction na nagpo-form ng ating image? It would be what? Reflection. Very good. And after reflection, di ba? So, yung sound daw natin nag-undergo na ng reflection. Magpo-produce ka ng alin? So, kapag di ba nagkaroon ka ng bouncing sa inyong surface, anong tawag natin doon, guys? Magpo-produce ka ng, very good, echo. And yung echo natin is a sound wave. Tama ba? Which, pag sinabi natin, guys, na sound wave, it is a pressure disturbance which nagkakos yan ng what? Vibrations. Okay? And since tatama na yung mismong echo sa inyong PCT crystals, people, tatama na yung echo sa inyong PCT crystals ng inyong ultrasound probe once yan ay nagre-receive na. Ano yung ma-generate natin dito? Ano yung ma-generate natin? Yan, electrical signals. Okay? And after that, people, yung electrical signals na natin, gagamitan na natin yan, guys, for the production of your image formation. Okay? So, this ends my lecture. Okay, our free lecture for ultrasound image formation for today. Okay? So, kayo ba ay merong mga katanungan for clarification, people? Meron ba? Papaldo na ba tayo para sa board exam? Papaldo ka na ba? Papaldo. Okay. Sir, ano po yung libro na binasa nyo for ultrasound? Actually, sige, tatlo. Tatlo siya. I would recommend three books. Kung gusto mo ng physics inclined, sige, physics inclined, ah, yung mismong book, basahin mo si Hedrick's ah, Ultrasound Physics for Technologists. Okay? So, kung physics inclined, yan yung basahin nyo. Kung gusto mo ng clinically inclined, yung mismong measurement na ng kidney, measurement ng liver, pathologic conditions, yung appearances sa ultrasound, for clinically inclined, ang basahin nyo, nakalimutan ko yung isa pang physics eh. Basahin nyo si Palmer. Palmer. Yan. Palmer. Um, ano ba ako nandito na ano? Wait lang guys ha, para maibigay ko yung full na name. Huh. Blood Sciences. Hmm, Palmer. Yan, ito. Yan. Palmer. So, yan yung mismong pangalan niya. Ah, Manual of Diagnostic Ultrasound. Yan. So, yan yung mga marecommend ko sa inyo na libro, dalawa. So, meron pa akong isa, nakalimutan ko yung name niya. Okay? So, any questions, concerns? Sige, ano yun? May question daw po si Sir Jaire. Yes, ano yun? May questions? Yan. So, do you have any questions? Yan, nagantay. Do you have any questions or clarifications? So, yan. If you have any questions pa or clarifications, pwede nyo naman siya i-message dun sa GC. Okay, okay, mahiya. Okay lang yun. Okay? Mas mabuti nang magtanong kaysa mahiya. Okay? Dahil hindi ka nagtatanong. Okay, so if there's no questions or concern, guys, thank you so much for listening for tonight. I hope na may mga natutunan kayo sa akin. And, ayun. Doc Mark, thank you so much po, sir. Wala po akong question.
Ayan, thank you so
Okay.
much po sa lahat ng mga umattend. And Sir Tim, thank you so much po. Yan,
Thank you
so
so much,
posted na po
sir.
yung dalawang ano po, recorded videos ni Sir Luciano and yours truly. So yung kay Sir Tim, ipaprocess lang po, then isasubmit na rin po namin. O isasubmit, ipopost na rin po namin sa YouTube po. So yan po. Thank you so much po sa 3 days na pag-attend sa amin. And we hope na kayo po ay natuto sa amin. And God bless us po. And tayo pong lahat ay mag-ingat sa mga habagat na meron. Okay, so see you around sa mga students po namin and magiging future students po namin. So thank you and God bless us all po. Thank you po.
Thank
Salamat
you,
po na marami.
guys.
Thank you. Sir Tim, thank you so much again and God bless.
Thank you po, Doc.